It's time for an update on the GG server. It is now week 4. Very close to the dragon fight. The dragon fight is like 4 days away. And this is kind of how the Nether hub has progressed in that time. Different people have been working on the different Nether tunnels. I couldn't tell you who was working on each tunnel, but I know progress has been made on pretty much every tunnel. So this is east. This is south. This is north, and then west tunnel. I know there's a design. I know Amy's been working on the west tunnel. Well, there's a sign right here that says by Farrell and Amy. So yeah, I know people have been working on this tunnel design, but it hasn't been placed in the world yet. The Nether hub will get expanded eventually. I know people have been. There's still the Nether hub thing going on. Competition. So the Nether hub will get expanded eventually. But we're here at spawn to take a look at how the server's progressed in the last couple weeks. Got Leon built this big turtle with the house on it. This is really cool. Got a new Hello Caddy sign. And then a lot of things have kind of sprung up in the last few days and weeks. The free shroom for donated items. And you'll notice that a lot of the spawn island has been converted into grass. Because we had an event a couple weeks back. There was the gardening beautify spawn event thing. And a bunch of people came out here and helped convert the island from mycelium. So there's still bits and pieces here that are still mycelium. Like the sugarcane farm. And inside the cow pen. And yeah, there's bits and pieces here and there. But most of the island has been converted into grass. And a lot of new builds have come up. I know this build is new. But yeah, I think spawn looks a lot better with grass. Somebody's been working out here, like little by little. We did like over half the island in like 2 hours because we had like 25 people out here doing it. But the rest of this, zombie farm. The rest of like this area, somebody has been out here kind of doing it little by little. So it's slowly getting done. This section is the, it's like supposed to be like a mushroom sanctuary to preserve a small section of the original island. I know there's like a build contest going on for that right now, so pretty soon, yeah, I think they started block donations already, yeah. Mushroom sanctuary material donations. And we had the furnace array competition. I don't know who built this. This is the one that won the competition for the best furnace array for spawn or whatever. But yeah, spawn is it's been developing slowly but surely. And in the next few weeks, the rest of the island will probably be done. Like, it'll probably be grassed over. Now, back to our area. Our Yggdrasil area. We no longer go down this tunnel. Nope. That's Farrell's way now. We have our own tunnel. Now that our portal's been placed in the actual spot it was meant to be. I think Brun did this. Did the this long tunnel. This is the starting area portal. And I just wanted to show that we've kind of... I stripped out my whole corner so I could build something. And a lot of this other stuff has been stripped out as we kind of migrate all of our stuff over to the main storage. All the villagers have been moved. They were in here. They were all minecarted over. I still need to do something with this. I think I want to move that. Here's the minecart that we used, or the track that we used to move all the villagers over. See? Yggdrasil, main portal. So this is the main area. This is actually the inside. I know there's plans to do like... What's a black wolf? Huh. I know there's plans to do like multi-item storage, but I need to figure out like I need to actually design the modules and stuff. And yeah, this is kind of how the main tree has been progressing. I did most of the terraforming around here, around the sides, the stone and the dirt and stuff. Kind of bringing the landscape up over the storage. And then the plan was to have a giant, like, you know, Yggdrasil, the tree of life. Brun he designed that in creative, and he's been bringing it over to survival, slowly but surely. Right here is where the trial chamber is. One of the trial chambers that we raided. The other one was over in the water over there, but this one is right here by this pillar. Yeah, here's the trial chamber. All I did really was I cleared out the like I cleared line of sight, like all the pillars. I dug all that out, and then I did flat rooms. Like, just so it was easier to fight the mobs, basically. And then the breeze, the annoying ones, I kind of encased in there. So there's only like 2 blocks inside that room that the breeze can spawn on. Amy is planning on doing like automating the spawners, which is fine with me. I just dug them out so I could just kind of run in here and just kill the mobs, and then, you know, without much trouble. I blocked off some of the annoying ones. Oh, I don't want to activate that. Yeah, this is the trial chamber. So with our main theme kind of being the Norse Tree of Life, I guess it was kind of fitting for the like community buildings for our little group to be Norse themed. So Brun and Amy have kind of constructed this longhouse, and this is where all the villagers move to. So we've got librarians on this floor, and farmers, and then upstairs is kind of miscellaneous guys. But yeah, this is the main storage area, our shared storage. Last time we were over here, it was basically just the skeleton, but now it's somewhat functional. These are just like basic single item filters. It goes up and then to the right, and then it goes all the way this way and then down. And then there's probably going to be multi-item on this wall. And then these other walls, who knows? Like, because multi-item wouldn't even take up like this one section. And then down here, this is where most of our collective farms are. These are Amy's wood farms. And this is we have a pale moss farm now, I guess. And Brun was putting together this bamboo farm. And over here, this is the bubble column, by the way, that goes down to the trial chamber. And if I peek down this hole, you can see it's right there. I've actually never gone in through this side, so. Oh, I didn't even notice this. But yeah, that's the trial chamber we visited today. Other collective farms, we have, I think this is a slime farm. I would assume. Or it will be a slime farm. We've got sniffers now, I guess. I didn't know this was here. I haven't been down here in a hot minute, so. And then we have sugarcane and melon and pumpkin, and this is an iron farm. Jeez, is that 4 sheep farms? These are all of our shared farms down here in this hole. Okay, now... Oh yeah, I brought over all these horses. These are all the horses from the neighboring area. Like, basically the whole plains biome. I ran around and collected all the horses. And they're sorted by their jump and speed. Most of them are really slow. So, they kind of just sit there. South has been my direction, and this is kind of how it's progressed in the last couple weeks. During week 1, all I had was the bridge, and I started on the temple, but I didn't get it finished. There's been a lot of progress over here since then. I have made a lot of progress. I put in these wheat farms because obviously I need a lot of mud blocks, so I needed to get some wheat farms going so I could start actually building. And this is what I ripped up my little corner in the starting area. I ripped up all the resin blocks so I could use them in the build for the piston door. Got all my dogs, my parrot. This, I need to tear this down. I moved the mud farm over here, but this is now obsolete, so I need to tear that down. This is kind of where I've been storing my, like, stuff I'm gonna use for the labyrinth. I have, and just some, like, basic stuff over here. So I don't have to keep running back and forth every time I need something. I've got a small stash over here. But I did this, like, bonsai tree kind of thing on top of the roof, and I think that looks really, really good. I need to do more azalea leaves along the sides. That was part of the plan. But I did the single one that drapes down, and I didn't do any more, so need to do that. Got all my horses. I've been slowly trying to breed for a better horse. The green one, this is the best one I have. It's 14.1 and 4.4 for speed and jump, and I've slowly been just like I took my best horse at the time, which is the white one, and then I bred it with a random brown one that was pretty decent. And I've slowly bred them up from 10, because the white one was 10. And then every time there was one that was better, I replaced it in the cycle. So there's a lot of, like, there's a lot of inbreeding with the horses. But yeah, we won't talk about that. So this is how I'm farming resin. I need to move this because it's in my way. But I need to, like, actually dig out a space for it underground. Basically, you flip this lever, and then the creaking will spawn at night. Then you have to run around and collect all of them. You have to get them aggroed on you, so they actually follow you. Then you run up the stairs and jump across, and they will, they'll pathfind down into the hole. And then I flip that to turn the clock on, and then I'd basically just stand here. And then you swing at them. Oh, they just spawned. Okay, let's see if I can do it. See, this is how you do it. You kind of run around, you get them all trained on you. I bet there's one on this side. Nope. Ow. Okay, they're all on me. So then I run over here. This would honestly be easier if I had the wall up. And then all I have to do is make the jump. See? Then they all fall in the hole. Then I just look at them so they don't move. Turn that on so I have a place to stand. See, and then it spawns the resin. So yeah, this is kind of how I've been farming resin. It would be better if I could force the spawns in a certain location. If I built it underground and made sure there was no caves or anything, it would force them to spawn. I could maybe force them to spawn in here. And that won't kill those guys because that's not how they work. But yeah, they can't get out. They can kind of pathfind towards me, but they can't get out. They're stuck in there. This is, yeah, okay, so I have my, my trophies and stuff here. I've been going into this season without a solid plan, and that was kind of intentional. I wanted to kind of develop the base as time went on. Instead of starting the season, like, because last season I started the season, I already had the castle built, the exterior. I already had it built in creative. All I had to do was recreate it in survival with Lightmatica. And I didn't want to do that again. I wanted to kind of naturally develop it organically. So I've had a couple of ideas, and then I'll develop an idea, and then I'll sit on it for a couple of days. I'll think about it, and then I'll kind of, by that point, it'll kind of be more developed, and then I kind of bring it into the world. So I didn't want to do another village. Like, I did the village last season, the Spruce Village. I did not want to build another village and then have to do a whole bunch more interiors for more little buildings. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So I came up with the idea to do a labyrinth. So the lore of this place is this temple was kind of built in a desert, and whoever built it, like the kings or the pharaoh or whoever built this, they didn't want people to find their treasure. Like, they wanted their treasure to be kept hidden. Some of the dead ends are going to have, like, trophies and stuff. Kind of like how I did the exhibits in the last world, except it's not going to be dioramas. It's going to be, like, the trophies that are down in there. I'm going to build a little altar and then put one of the trophies on the altar, and it's going to be at one of the dead ends in the labyrinth. They're just going to kind of be scattered throughout the labyrinth. Part of the lore is that this labyrinth has been here so long that the actual terrain, the actual terrain has changed. Like, this whole area used to be desert, and then it became less arid, and slowly the plant life started to grow, and then, the plants die, and then, if eventually it formed a lot of dirt, and then, a forest grew, and then rivers and lakes and all that. So basically, this temple is ancient, like tens of thousands of years old, hundreds of thousands of years old. Like, nobody knows who built it. It's just been here as long as anyone could remember. And it's going to have all these little secrets and stuff spread throughout. And I started flattening out the area. Originally, it was like a plains biome and a forest and all that. But I've kind of been just organically laying out the labyrinth. I thought this would be easier to lay it out from the bottom. And that is true, but only if the land is flat. Because I wanted to keep some of this, hillside. I wanted to keep the idea that this is a ruin and it's kind of partially buried. This section was easier to do top down. It was way easier to lay out the tuff first and then just kind of build downwards. And this is my nether portal. I put it over here. All you have to do is go this way and then that way. But later on, once we have wings, I want to hide the nether portal out in the labyrinth somewhere. So if somebody comes to my base and I'm not around and they just want to explore the area, they get trapped in the labyrinth. I think that would be so funny. I'm also taking what I call a painter's approach to this area. I'm kind of laying down a base layer, and then as time goes on, I can add or subtract different elements to the base. So this isn't like, it's not just going to be a completely plain, flat labyrinth. I want to like scoop out whole chunks of the wall and like have tree roots that have like grown through the wall and split it apart. Maybe lifted some of the sections up a little bit so there's like holes in the walls. And I also thought about doing these kind of like floating islands where it looks like a chunk of the land has just been ripped off. The section of the labyrinth is just on top of the floating island and it's like up in the sky. And then there's like waterfalls that come down. Once I have the labyrinth itself fully filled in, then I can kind of decide what chunks of the labyrinth I want to rip out and kind of elevate, or maybe I'll make like sinkholes where it's gone down and there's going to be like secrets and all that kind of stuff. Last thing is down here in this hole. This is down where the beacon is. While I was digging out this section for the beacon, I discovered this huge cave. Like, this is absolutely massive cave that I found. It took me like 2 days to light it up. It's not even fully lit up. Like, if you go up over there, it's still dark. But it's lit up to the point where I'm not being constantly harassed by mobs. I decided this hole was the perfect place to put a little project that I've been designing in creative mode. I'm going to need a lot of mud. Like, a lot of mud. Because I want to terraform with mud around the river. I want to do, like, I'm doing the labyrinth walls out of mud bricks and packed mud. So I need a metric crap load of mud. So I thought, hey, why don't I try to make a farm that uses moss? It generates rooted dirt, and then the rooted dirt, like, I wanted to do it so the rooted dirt gets converted into mud, then it gets blown up and collected and then crafted into packed mud automatically. But I spent like 3 days designing it, and I couldn't get it to work how I wanted to. I probably could build a machine that does exactly what I wanted to, but I would literally have to redesign it from scratch, pretty much. Like, the way I've designed it is not conducive to the changes I want to make. So I'm going to have these modules up in around this height on both sides. It's going to make rooted dirt, and it's going to produce oak logs as a side effect, but rooted dirt. And then TNT is going to fall down and blow it up. And then it'll go down into the chest down here. But yeah, I want to make a separate video that talks about this machine more in depth. But for now, since I couldn't get it to work the way I wanted to, I just added this module here that makes mud manually. You just collect the dirt, place it, and then it turns it into mud. So this has kind of been the 1 month update on the new GG world. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!